Hi, this week I watched The Phoenician Scheme, this year's Wes Anderson film. It's the story of Zsa Zsa Corder, the 1950-era industrialist and power broker who is admired and reviled by different sides of the global sphere. His latest project is to revolutionize the Middle Eastern country of Phoenicia as part of a huge investment in infrastructure in the region, in which he will reap huge financial benefits. However, he is also contacted or he makes contact with his daughter and chosen heir, Liesel, a novice nun. He takes her on his trip to try and gain more money from his various investors, whilst evading a series of assassination attempts from mysterious paymasters, and trying to bring the project to fruition, as well as slowly undergoing a character change along the way. I'm generally a big fan of Wes Anderson's films, but perhaps some a bit more than others. I really loved The Grand Budapest Hotel and The Life Aquatic. Some of his others I found to be less engaging, and unfortunately, The Phoenician Scheme is one of the less engaging ones. The idea of Corder having a slow uh, change in personality and a change in priorities over the course of the story isn't very well portrayed. I think Benicio del Toro in the lead role is maybe the wrong choice because the character is so inexpressive and so contained and so serious that there's little flexibility there for the character to develop uh, and for the performance to show that developing character. Everything is played very flat, very deadpan, which I think is a misreading of Anderson's other work. The flatness in the deadpan is purely superficial, and it really works when there's more texture to it. And we don't have that level of texture here. We don't have something like Ray Fiennes' performance in Budapest or Bill Murray's in Life Aquatic. There's nothing that has that surface, but with elements underneath. It's not really portrayed fully enough. The film looks great and it sounds great as it always does. There's a recurring danger theme, which sounds like it was composed by John Carpenter, which I enjoyed. But it was overall, I think, quite disappointing and never outstays its welcome. It's frequently quite funny. It's surprisingly gory in places. There's a moment in the opening scene where a bomb goes off on a plane and one character is left completely severed from the top half. There's just a smear on the wall behind them with his leg still belted into his seat underneath. And it's never not entertaining. It's never actively bad, but it's definitely lower rank Anderson, and it's quite disappointing on that score. As always, a huge supporting cast: Tom Hanks, Bryan Cranston, Michael Cera, Mathieu Amalric, Jeffrey Wright, Willem Dafoe, F. Murray Abraham, Bill Murray, inevitably, Mia Threapleton in her first major film role as Liesel. Um, it's never actively bad, but it's never good enough.